Hey, this is Vicki. I'm giving you a daily dose of spiritual oxygen. Holidays are coming up. Yes, they are. And I pray that most of you who've had a holiday, Thanksgiving, Christmas, that you've had a really pleasant and beautiful one. But at this point in time, with holidays just around the corner the next week, some of us, not all, but some of us are running trauma algorithms. Yes, trauma algorithms. I discovered trauma algorithms by my own personal testimony. You began to think, okay, here comes the holiday, and I'm going to have this. I'm going to serve this. These people are involved in the celebration, etc. Now, if you have a trauma algorithm, it might already be running. It might be considering the people, personalities, and character of those who will be attending your celebration. Mothers and fathers might be showing up, siblings, other relatives might be showing up. And in neuroscience, get this, we are built to run these kinds of algorithms for good thinking, rationales, problem solving, and for defense and safety. Now, run these algorithms frequently, and you will be anticipating wounds that have not even happened yet. Personality outbursts that haven't even happened yet. Why? Because the neural pathways in the brain have solidified to put characterizations on these kind of conversations that happen during holidays. I call them a trauma algorithm. Now, none of these traumas have happened yet. That's good news. That means if you can get on top of your trauma algorithm, train your gaze on Jesus, who is sovereign over the event, which, by the way, there's always providence before the event. He has provided victory upon this family event, celebration. Now, I think a good mindset reset is other people's personalities do not need to define my joy. Got it? Okay. Now, the next is I'm going to respond, not react to anything anybody else says. What does the response look like? That response looks like love, truth, patience, charitability. It doesn't mean you have to take somebody's comment if it's like not kind. It simply means that you're not going to react to it. You're going to respond. And it might even be that for a second, you dismiss yourself from the room that it's happening in. It might look like you change the topic of conversation. It might mean that you excuse yourself to go get a little salt that you might not need, but you think you're just excusing yourself for a second, having a mindset reset that tells you, I know who I am and whose I am. I'm going to ask Jesus, who I train my gaze on, to give me the proper response in patience. This is why it's so important to move at the pace of peace so that you can hear his voice. Also in the unity prayer, we hear that let us listen to the silence together. Let our ears listen to the silence together. In this way, what did Jesus do when he stepped away for 3 days after ministering to the crowds? He stepped away, went into silence, and listened to the Father. I pray that this blesses you, that you don't run the trauma algorithm before anything's happened. It is already built to defend you, and that's what you're doing. That's why it's already running. But you can set the example of being light and being and agreeing with he who is light to claim victory in the situation. One of the messages the Lord gave me one time, he said that you don't have to win victory. You have to claim the victory that's already been won. And another one he gave me most recently, he said, truth, not debate. In other words, you don't have to go in to a debate. You don't have to get hooked and go into a debate. Because the Lord also told me one time, he said, discern. Discern. Okay? Don't assume. In another area, you do not need to speak to convince, but speak of your convictions. I pray all of this has armed you up, because the Lord said in Psalm 144 that he's prepared your hands for battle. These are some of the ways in which he's provided for you providence before the event, because he said, I've answered you before you finish asking. So in this way, may this Thanksgiving, this Christmas, have the Ruah of the Holy Spirit just breathe upon you. It's not happened yet. Sure, their personalities might show up, but you don't have to base what they do, their personality, their comment, to define your moment of being the joy of the Lord, which is your strength. I pray this blesses you. Move at the pace of peace. Do what love requires. And know who you are and whose you are. Ride that divine current. He'll take you where he wants to take you. All right? God bless you. And, oh, by the way, it's my birthday tomorrow. Why do I say that? I say it because I didn't even think I'd reach this age. I didn't. I thought my life was too tough. And at one point, I thought about even taking it. So the fact that I'm here is another victory. That's why I'm sharing it with you. It's a real gift that I'm still here. It's a real gift to those people who showed up in my life to help me claim victory, to be here, to tell you my story. I want my story to bless you. God bless.